Hey everyone. So you wanted to unlock the secrets of the millionaire mindset, huh?
That's right.
Well, we cracked open the success blueprint to break it all down
Mhm.
into some seriously actionable insights just for you. And it's pretty fascinating stuff. It's not really all about the money, though, is
No,
it?
no, not at all. I think it's more about cultivating a whole new way of
Yeah,
looking at success, a whole perspective shift.
totally. The blueprint talks about kind of like reframing money as a tool,
Yeah.
not the end goal in itself. How does that resonate with you, listener? It really got me thinking differently about like my own relationship with money.
Yeah, and what I find so interesting is that the source emphasizes
Right?
moving away from this like scarcity mindset to one of abundance.
Yeah, yeah.
So instead of saying, I can't afford this, the blueprint encourages asking, how can I afford this?
Ooh, I like that.
And it's that shift in perspective that can spark creativity and really open up possibilities, things you might not have even considered before.
Right, because it turns a problem into like a challenge to solve.
Exactly.
Yeah, the blueprint even gives this example of someone who wants to buy a house, but they think it's totally out of reach.
Mhm.
But by asking how, they figure out ways to increase their income, and boom, they eventually make it happen. Pretty cool, huh? I'm totally trying that the next time I'm tempted to say I can't afford it.
It's powerful stuff. But remember, shifting your mindset is just one part of the equation.
Okay, so what else is there?
Well, the blueprint really emphasizes setting like really specific, measurable goals.
Okay.
Millionaires, they're action takers.
Mm.
They don't just sit around dreaming. They actually define their vision. They break it down into smaller steps,
Yeah.
and then they meticulously track their progress.
It's like having a roadmap to your dream life. I used to just set these vague goals like be more successful.
Yeah.
But this is way more concrete. Have you found that setting super specific goals has been helpful for you?
Absolutely. And that actually brings us to another crucial element,
Okay.
self-discipline.
Ugh, the D word.
I know, right? But it's key. The blueprint talks about the power of routine, delaying gratification, and staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always easy, but those small daily actions really do compound into massive results over time.
It's like building a muscle,
Right.
right? You don't get ripped overnight. It takes consistent effort over time.
Exactly. Small, consistent contributions lead to huge growth. Think of it like investing.
Yeah.
Small, regular investments can turn into a substantial portfolio over time.
Ooh, that's a great analogy. And it really highlights that it's not about depriving yourself.
Right.
It's about making choices that align with your long-term goals, which I think ties in nicely to the next part of the blueprint,
Okay, what's that?
surrounding yourself with the right people.
Ah, yes.
It's incredible how much your network can actually influence your mindset.
And the blueprint even talks about
Yeah.
the importance of cutting ties with those who might be holding you back.
Ooh.
And that's not about being judgmental or anything.
Right.
It's about recognizing that the people you surround yourself with play a huge role
Yeah.
in your overall success.
It's like that saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Exactly.
So choose wisely. I've definitely felt a shift in my own mindset after surrounding myself with
Yeah.
more ambitious and positive people.
It's fantastic to hear. It's about creating that support system,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
ecosystem for growth,
Yeah.
which leads us to something I'm particularly passionate about,
Ah.
continuous learning.
Yes.
The blueprint really emphasizes this idea that successful people never stop learning,
It's so true.
whether it's through books, courses, podcasts, or even just by observing the world around them.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me. The source even mentions reading daily. And honestly, that's been a game changer for me. How about you? What are you reading or listening to these days?
Oh, gosh. Let me think. I'm really fascinated by this book on behavioral economics right now.
Oh.
It's mind-blowing how our decisions are actually influenced by
Yeah.
things we're not even aware of. What about you?
I'm actually listening to a podcast about the future of artificial intelligence. It's a little outside my usual interests, but I'm trying to,
Yeah.
broaden my horizons. I think that's what the blueprint's getting at, right? Always be open to new ideas.
Absolutely. And speaking of stepping outside your comfort zone, are you ready to get a little edgy?
Okay.
The blueprint talks about the importance of taking calculated risks.
Calculated risks. That sounds kind of exciting, but also a little scary, doesn't it, listener?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not about being reckless, is it?
No, definitely not. And the blueprint really makes that distinction,
Yeah.
between just jumping into the unknown without thinking
Right.
and taking strategic measured risks after really thinking it through.
So it's more about being smart about it than just like
Exactly.
YOLOing it.
Exactly.
What I found really interesting is that the source compares it to a seasoned investor. You know, they wouldn't just put all their money into one crazy volatile stock.
Right. It's like diversifying your portfolio,
Yeah.
doing your research, and carefully weighing the options before you make any major moves.
Mm.
I think so many people
Yeah.
shy away from risk because they just associate it with failure.
It's true. But the blueprint also says that, even if things don't go exactly according to plan,
Right.
it's not really a failure. It's just an opportunity to learn.
Exactly.
Like, I've definitely had my fair share of setbacks in the past, and honestly, some of my biggest lessons came from those.
For sure. And I think that's actually a key part of building that millionaire mindset,
Okay.
viewing challenges as stepping stones instead of these like
Yeah,
insurmountable roadblocks.
love it. So that kind of leads us to
It does.
the final, and I think the most critical part of
Yes.
this whole thing.
Resilience.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Because life is unpredictable, right? Things don't always go our way.
Nope.
So it's really how we respond to those challenges.
That defines us and our success. It's like going through a maze, right?
Yeah,
You're going to hit some dead ends, but you got to keep learning and
Yeah.
adjusting your path.
exactly. The source really emphasizes having a growth mindset,
Yeah.
which means you see challenges as these opportunities to learn and grow,
Yeah.
not as like these big, scary threats. And what's really interesting is it's not just about being tough or determined.
Right.
It's also about taking care of yourself.
Self-care. That is so important. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being is crucial
It is.
to be able to, keep bouncing back over and over again.
Yeah. So you got to have the energy and the stamina to really,
Yeah.
navigate the ups and downs.
Totally. So really this whole blueprint is about like adopting this super powerful set of principles that can transform every single area of your life.
I think so.
It's not just about wealth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself
Yeah.
and living a more fulfilling and meaningful life,
It's like having that roadmap to success. Yeah.
guiding you step by step. But remember, listener success is not a destination. It's a journey.
Ooh, I love that. It's about
Love it.
embracing all the twists and turns
Yeah.
and learning from each experience and just never giving up on your dreams. And I think it's also important to remember that you don't have to do this alone.
Absolutely not. Having a support system is so important.
Yeah.
Mentors, people who share similar goals, a community that celebrates everyone's achievements, those things can make a huge difference.
You're not in this alone, listener. There are so many other people out there who have walked this path before you, who are totally eager to share their wisdom and support. So as we start wrapping up this deep dive on the millionaire mindset, we want to leave you with one final thought from the Success Blueprint that really resonated with us.
Okay?
It's not where you start. It's the steps you take every day that matter. It really is all about taking those small steps, Each and every day is a chance to get a little closer to your goals, even if it's just, a tiny little step.
The key is really just being consistent, I think. Making those daily deposits into your, success account.
I love that.
Like compound interest,
Yeah.
small actions accumulating over time, and then boom, extraordinary results.
It's so inspiring, right? This whole idea of a millionaire mindset. It's not about like a magic formula or anything.
Well, no.
It's about adopting this way of thinking and acting that sets you up for success, like in the long run, in all areas of your life, really.
And the best part is it's accessible to anyone, really.
Yeah.
As long as they're willing to put in the effort,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to come from money or have any special connections or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't need to be born with a silver spoon or anything.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about shifting your mindset, building good habits, and taking consistent action.
Like the book says it's a journey, not a destination. You know there are going to be some bumps in the road,
Oh, yeah.
but that's just part of it, right? What really matters is how you deal with those challenges.
That's where the growth happens, For me, embracing those challenges, learning from those mistakes, and always looking for ways to improve, that's been so important for my own growth. And having that support system,
Yeah.
surrounding yourself with people who you can learn from, that's been huge.
Having people who believe in you, challenge you, and celebrate your wins,
Yeah.
that makes all the difference. It's like having your own personal cheer squad,
Yeah.
helping you stay motivated and on track.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So listener, as you kind of embark on your own journey to cultivate this millionaire mindset, just remember to celebrate those wins, learn from any setbacks, and just never stop believing in your potential.
And hey, who knows? Maybe someday you'll be inspiring us with your own success story. Thanks for diving deep with us today. We'll catch you on the next one.